wouldn't we already be somewhat transhuman in a way? Because and I said this on another podcast. Like, I feel like my grandparents' generation was the last full humans. You know,
Hmm.
we carry around cell phones.
Hmm.
You know, we're at least I can speak for myself. I'm very connected to it. I don't like the fact that I am, honestly, but it's kind of where I'm at in the world and where most of society is. You know, even my parents, I see them on their cell phones and they're on social media and those type of
Yeah.
things. That is a form of that, isn't it?
Certainly, you really hit it there. You don't like it, and yet you're doing it. Same here, for sure. I oftentimes joke that Steve Bannon turned me into a cyborg so that I could bitch about technology, and it's true. Uh, I think it should be curious to most people why something that's so unpleasant is so prevalent and freely chosen. But yeah, I agree. In fact, I would, a lot of my study was in paleoanthropology and cultural evolution, the idea that culture evolves in similar ways to biological forms, not the same, but similar, and that culture and biology co evolve, so that these kind of leaps in human biological evolution coincide with leaps in technological evolution or cultural evolution. So the process has been ongoing since the first campfires, first spears, first cave paintings, first clothes. They really, and the fire may have been one of the most radical. You know, you look at the human digestive tract compared to our closest cousins, the chimpanzees, and the chimpanzees have a much hardier gut, much hardier stomach than human beings. Human beings have basically the same length of intestine, but a much smaller stomach. And the reason being, from an evolutionary standpoint, the ability to cook food, to kind of pre-digest food, allows for that. And it basically, humans just, the efficiency of evolution, human stomachs began to atrophy. They were no longer needed, the hardy gut. So yes, human beings have been coupled with technology from the beginning. The question is, how fast are we going to go there, and how desirable is it? I mean, there are a number of ways in which biology and technology have co-evolved that have left human beings pretty weak. And I think that to the extent that we're in a transhuman age where the direction of evolution will be determined by human decisions and human intellect and thought and intuition and worldviews, we will have some really big choices in the coming century or centuries. And I think that people are going to choose different things. So, I'm not a universalist. I don't believe in, people oftentimes ask, what are we going to do? I mean, who's we?